Hi, this is Kim Gonzalez. This is my final written assessment of competence mastery on collaboration. I chose evaluation of communication technology tools and apps for parents for my first assignment. I worked with two other educators for this assignment, and we each completed 1 to 2 evaluations of technology tools or apps that are used for parent or stakeholder communication. I thought this assignment was great. I was happy that I completed the assignment with others since they knew about other tools than I did. We shared information about Google Apps, Seesaw, Class Dojo, Remind, and Parent Square. This assignment allowed me to demonstrate competency in collaborating with fellow educators in culturally responsive ways to improve programs we teach, services we offer, and outcomes for individuals with disabilities and their families that we educate. Each of us shared 1 to 2 tools that will increase successful collaboration with our students and their families. As a teacher, I can set up special education meetings such as IEP meetings on a Google Calendar. Google Meet allows anyone to join a virtual meeting. Google Drive allows teachers to collect contact data by using Google Forms. And I can share presentations, assignments, notes with students and families. Behavior logs, reading logs can be created and shared with Google Sheets, and Google Sheets also calculates data. Glass Dojo is an online behavior management system that I can use to foster positive student behaviors and classroom culture. With Remind app, parents and teachers can share text, audio, and video messages with links to files and photos. Parent Square I can use for event planning, photo and file uploads, secure document delivery, class communication, volunteer sign up, parent teacher sign up, and then just one-to-one communication with parents and class-wide meetings. Seesaw for Schools allows students to work on a tablet to create content that's automatically saved online with a personal profile. For my second assignment, I chose my final overall reflection paper. For this assignment, I wrote a paper and made a short video of myself reflecting on collaborative abilities, learning, and growth throughout the course. I reflected on all the modules for the techniques of conferencing and collaborative course. I feel that I have an overall better understanding of the importance of all aspects of collaboration. I thoroughly enjoyed the collaboration course and believe that learning about collaboration is an extremely important aspect to not only education, but to this thing called life. Daily, I try to model the effective way to collaborate to my paraprofessionals that work in my room. Facilitating open communication is important to me. When we're open and honest, relationships are built and built with a great foundation. I try to hold special education meetings to discuss and review missions and values, and measurable goals are created and reviewed often for each of my scholars. With this assignment, I was able to recall various modules. I enjoyed reading the discussions for stakeholders' roles and perceptions. I have seen teachers, administration, and teams get comfortable with having meetings that may not be appropriate or they don't have the correct stakeholders present. Every person, stakeholders, should have equal importance, however, they do not. Depending on the severity of the student's disability, the stakeholders' involvement may be less or more. Having different stakeholders is crucial to an IEP team. Everyone has great knowledge and different knowledge that can provide better programming, strategies, and an overall better individual education plan. The IRA Center module, Collaborating with Families, states that family engagement is regarded as a best practice in education. Research has shown that parent involvement is a must for children's educational success. When families are involved in their child's education, there's an increased student achievement, improved attendance and behavior, improved social emotional skills, and increased graduation rates. I enjoyed listening to Kimberly Crenshaw on the TED Talk. She stated that when we do not see a problem, you can't solve it. This stood out to me because I always feel like we don't know what we don't know. Managing team conflict is another part of collaboration. There's always going to be conflict when various people are working together from different backgrounds. Members of trusting teams appreciate and tap into one another's skills and experiences, have lively and interesting meetings, develop an ability to learn from mistakes, establish respect among team members, and enjoy success. Leaders should consistently listen to the needs and concerns of current experienced special educators and allow time to collaborate and have educators' best interest at heart. In my reading of the IRIS module, it stated 3 specific things to engage families effectively. Teachers to get to know the families, build relationships, and meaningfully involve families. I can communicate, show commitment, equality, competence, trust, and respect by creating a get to know you form. What can I find out about my new 2023-2024 families? What are each student's motivators? What holidays do they celebrate? Which ones do they not celebrate? What triggers should I avoid? I plan to create a Google form to send to each family. This can begin a positive collaboration between the families and myself. After reading the individualized education programs and barriers for parents from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds, I feel I want to know what I can do better to keep these barriers away from my families. It states that gradually the CLD parents experience strong feelings of isolation, powerlessness, pressure, deprivation, and alienation from special education process. These parents' feelings become too overwhelmed for them to defend their opinions over those of school professionals. What can I do to prevent this? I don't want this for my families. I believe another way to educate myself and become more culturally responsive is to interview former families and current families from various cultures as to their feelings, thoughts, needs, hopes, and wants. I have worked on various teams and have been a part of hundreds of IEP teams. There have been great meetings, good meetings, bad meetings, and horrible meetings. I learned about emotional intelligence and believe that I do well with recognizing when I'm experiencing emotions, and I have strategies for managing them, recognizing other people's emotions, and respond appropriately to them. I believe good communicators are open to listening to others, open to suggestions, stay positive, and stay on task. I am always trying to build my relationships with my families and staff. At times, it's difficult to do when families do not reciprocate. However, I have the belief to keep on trying. I think this comes with time and trust. I've gone into teacher positions with extremely unhappy parents that did not trust teachers. In one position during an IEP meeting, I would constantly hear, if you get hit by a bus, what would, and I heard it a few times. And then on the third time, I asked the parent, I said, "Hey, I understand y'all are friends and support each other, and I will also support you and your children. However, can y'all please change me from getting hit by a bus to how about what if I win the lottery?" Everyone laughed and we became a wonderful collaborative team. Co teaching and consultation has to be the most difficult collaboration for me to grasp. As we've been learning, there's so many various personalities and work types that it may be hard to find two teachers that collaborate extremely well together. And lately, by experience, there's been such a shortage of teachers and substitutes that I believe one of the teachers would constantly get pulled to be with other students anyway. I do believe that it could be a great strategy, and if it's done correctly, it would benefit students. I personally do not feel that it's for me, but I would like to continue to understand the concept and learn more about it. After collaborating with my cousin, I learned about Teach Better. It's a site that I can search for various free professional development. I found many topics to educate myself, and this was a great find by collaborating with my cousin at the beach.